Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Timeless Sunset Tarot. Now, this is a general reading and it is open to all zodiac signs, so just take what resonates with you. It is also timeless, so anytime you find yourself watching this video, that's the best time for you to receive a message. Now, let's try to see what is the main energy at the end of the day. Beautiful, we have here the Ten of Cups. It seems that your relationships are in good order. You have good rapport with people you love, and things are going well for all of you. Maybe even there is a certain stability in your relationships, stability in all aspects, not just only in the way you interact with each other, but maybe also with regards to material things and also the necessities of life. So everybody seems to be happy around you. Maybe also you are exuding a certain positive energy that somehow influences also the people you care for. So things are going well for you and the people you love. Now let's try to see how this will further unfold. A chapter will close, okay? It can be that the celebration is because a certain challenge has just closed and all of you somehow are happy because it's already over. So that's one possibility. Or this chapter, this celebration is a culmination of something. Yeah, the one that I said earlier. So it means whatever this is a closing of a chapter and we still do not know what awaits us. Okay, something like that. Okay. So just a chapter that closed. I don't know if that chapter was a painful one, but something closed. And if it was a painful one, then somehow there was a celebration because of that closing. Or it can be this celebration that is everything is going well for you has already closed and something new will come. Now we still do not know if what will come will be positive or negative, but whatever it is, all these things are just chapters of the book of our life. So whether it be a good one or a bad one, we need to accept it as part of our life. So, and we also know that all chapters pass, all chapters close itself. So if it is a difficult one, it will end. If it is a beautiful one, yeah, there will be also an ending, and then something new will come. So there's always that hope. There's always that anticipation that there is something beautiful that awaits us in the horizon, just like this sunrise. Now, for difficult moments, there is a need for us to accept it. There is a need for us to have this positive attitude of this little girl in the just at the foot of the horse. She's offering a bouquet of flower to death because she considers death as somebody who is like a knight who somehow frees us from painful situations and brings us to something new. And when death brings a person to eternal life, it's something that is very positive, something where we can hope for. It's a little bit scary because we really do not know what comes next. But this child has that sense of wonder, that sense of adventure, that sense of openness to receive something new. And I feel that is the inspiration that we need to, as the thing that we need to aspire for. Okay, so that is what somehow we see. So both the ten of cups and the death card symbolizes a closing of a chapter. And you see here in the ten of cups, there is a rainbow. Rainbow symbolizes hope in the Old Testament after the flood, which cleansed the whole world, and Noah and his family, the only family that survived in that story, when everything finally when the flood finally receded, they looked at the rainbow, and the rainbow somehow was a symbol that there is hope, that there will be no more terrible flood as it was that they had experienced. So it's a promise of something, beautiful things. So the Ten of Cups shows beautiful things that we should aspire for. The same also with the Death card. We see here a sunrise, and we should look at the sunrise. The same with the joy of this family looking at the rainbow, the hope that things will get better soon. Now, let's try to see what is advice of the universe. Well, I feel that whatever new chapter will unfold before us, I feel we are being advised to have this kind of energy as that of the Queen of Swords, that energy of integrity, that energy of being just to people, wherein you give them compassion just as the left hand is being extended by the Queen of Swords, and there's the Widow's bracelet on the left hand, which shows a person who has undergone challenges in life, even painful ones, and because of that it made her compassionate. But at the same time, because of that experience also, she makes sure that people will deal with each other with justice. She deals with compassion, but at the same time, expects other people to somehow deal with her with a sense of integrity also, with a sense of justice. She is kind, but she has good boundaries. Okay, at the same time, she is a queen that has undergone transformation. So somehow, whatever this chapter is, for some of you might have been a painful one. At this time, you are celebrating. Why? Because it has led to your transformation. And we should use this transformation, the lessons we've learned in whatever chapters we had in the past, in order for us to live life with integrity. And at the same time, she is living life guided by her higher self, with the spirit and our spirit guides. Now, you see here the angels can symbolize being guided by the universe, being guided by our the inner self, being guided by our intuition. At the same time, you see here there are clouds at the lower part and clear skies. So things seems to be clearing now, just as here in the Death card, the sun is beginning to rise. Here, the clouds are beginning to recede and good days are coming. So somehow, again, this is an invitation for us to look into the future with hope, with a positive attitude to welcome it, just like this little child. Well, things are going well. Whatever this chapter is, whether it was a good one or a painful one, there's cause for celebration, there is cause for hope. I hope this has helped you right now in your present situation. Maybe it has given you new insights or answers to whatever questions you might have at this present moment. Let us now go to the second part, which is the insights at twilight. For our insights at twilight, we have here a message from William Shakespeare. And the message is, our bodies are our gardens to which our wills are gardeners. I feel that this card calls us to constantly nurture ourself, because our self is that friend that is constantly with us. Our self is that sanctuary that shelters us, especially when this environment we are in are a bit challenging than we would want it to be. Our bodies are also the portals into which we get in touch with our higher self, where we get in touch also with the divine and our spirit guides. There are so many things that our bodies provide for us. It is our home, our temple in this dimension that we are in. It is the vehicle with which we use in order to go about the world, to accomplish our mission, to remain in good health, to remain in good disposition. There is a need for us to nurture ourselves. So part of living is not just to provide service, not just to work, but also to have an equal time to nurture ourselves, to allow ourselves to grow. It's just like a garden. When a garden is well taken care of, it is regularly watered, regularly provided fertilizers, regularly trimmed, regularly protected, regularly decluttered. That's another important thing. Decluttering of things that are not beneficial for the plants in the garden, just as decluttering things in our life that are not very important. The way we nurture a garden is somehow reflected with how the garden appears. If the garden is well taken care of, it blooms. There are a lot of colors around it. There are a lot of flowers. And everything is green. Everything is growing. And it provides shelter for life, other biodiversities. It becomes a sanctuary for other biodiversities. A healthy garden often has a lot of other insects like bees, butterflies, dragonflies, everything. It becomes a sanctuary not only for the gardener, but also for other creatures. In a certain sense, it's the same also. When we nurture our bodies, it becomes a cup that overflows and benefits not only ourselves, but everything around us. So there is a need for us to be gardeners who diligently nurtures the garden which is ourself. So somehow this card invites us, especially when we try to relate it with the tarot reading we just had. After a chapter has just closed, there's a need for us to take a pause, to nurture ourselves, to try to see what we have learned from that chapter that just closed, to try to see how, if we were hurt in that previous chapter, to try to find ways to help us heal ourselves, to do some first aid things, okay, and maybe to try to see maybe some things that needed attention which we were not aware of before, but because of this experience we are now aware of. Then this will allow us to take a pause and try to see how we can somehow give attention to that thing that we might have overlooked. So taking a pause, nurturing ourselves is like taking care of a garden, making sure that the garden is flourishing, healthy, and is providing benefit not only to ourselves, but also to everything around us. So this is what we have for our Timeless Sunset Tarot and also for our insights at twilight. I hope it has helped you in your present journey. You have benefited from it and maybe have given you some answers that you need at this time. Thank you for the likes and comments you've given to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.